do, in fact, this is where the allegation is about Khumalo cover-up, that 404A1 statement doesn't say what General Khumalo is supposed to have done. Yes. That is a cover-up, okay? Yes. You can't criticize him for saying that about an A1 statement, that it's incomplete, therefore it's not helpful. We can't formulate a charge. No charge can be formulated based on this A1 statement. You then say, but he should have investigated. He should have gone to 38 yes. to CAS 38. You remember that's the yes. trend of your evidence. Yes. But what I'm putting to you, or what I'm suggesting with you, is that but the complaint that he's commenting about in that block 3 that relates to 404, it's not about CAS 38, it's about CAS 404. Yes. That's what he's commenting about. Yes. Right? Yes. So that you went and looked at CAS 38, well, it's your decision. You went to investigate a docket 38, but yes. it doesn't make a lie that he comments the way he does about CAS 404, that it had only an A1 statement and that A1 statement was scanty and it didn't provide any details of the allegations and therefore it couldn't be investigated, yes. that General Khumalo interfered and covered up in the way that it is alleged. You understand that? That's all I needed to clarify with you.
Commissioner, I hear your question. Yes. And I hear you what I said in the affidavit, which was scanned, it didn't have enough information. And yes, it didn't have enough information, but there had to be investigation. So what I'm coming to here and pointing out here is that in the docket itself, which we got later, which only had an A1, the statement is such that there should be further information gathered from there. But when you look at, just bear with me, when I'm looking at the report that is placed before me, right?
This is the Philip report.
It's 292.
Yes.
Same docket 404. Yes. And whilst I'm at that point, the 404 is connected to two cases, two allegations. One is Lushaba, and if you see under...
And 404 says what about Lushaba? What does 404 say about Lushaba?
404, I'm calling it the Lushaba matter, but his name is not here. I know it's the Lushaba matter because I already been there and had the docket with me.
Yes,
so
but,
let's just say,
but what does it say about it? What is the complaint in 404?
Yes.
What is the complaint? The
complaint in 404 is that Lieutenant General Khumalo was involved in a cover-up yes. of CAS 38 of 8/2022. Yes. When General Lushaba of Crime Intelligence, visual laptop, etc., was taken. So here, the involvement of General Khumalo, you can't pick it up from the statement. You have to go and look at the docket itself to see how did General Khumalo. You go with that in mind. He's talking about a cover-up in a docket. So when you get there and you pull the docket, you draw the docket, you don't find anything of general cover-up by General Khumalo. You find a docket that where there is substance that this docket, there was interference with this docket in the sense that there was defeating the ends of justice in this docket. So again, I say it, and for yourself, Commissioner Khumalo, that nothing points to General Khumalo that he interfered with this docket at this stage. When we look at the docket further, we pull out that stuff in the docket, statements in the docket, etc., were interfered with. When we looked further into the docket, we found that there was a disciplinary when we did further investigations into the docket itself.
Maybe let me try cut it short and hopefully we get to an answer. Are you saying that if Colonel Philip had gone into CAS 38, the docket, CAS 38, he would have found evidence that General Khumalo was involved in a cover-up?
No.
Yes, that's all I wanted to clear with you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No.
I know we took long to get there, but that's really all I wanted to know. What are you faulting about this cover-up complaint? Thank you.
Yes,
Can
now I'm with you there. So,
You seem to be missing the substance of the complaint in 404/10/2024. The essence of it is that crime intelligence funds were used to cover up the fact that General Lushaba lost a laptop involved in some other things, and they did this by using crime intelligence monies to buy a new laptop for him and to pay off the sex worker. That is the substance of this case. Because that's on the screen. It's not me coming up with that term. I don't want to use other terms, it's on the screen. So that is the substance of it. Not whether the original docket, there are discrepancies in the dockets, there are statements missing, there are this and that, because that's not what is referred to IDEC. What is referred to IDEC is abuses at crime intelligence. One of them is this specific incident where there's this cover-up. It's as simple as that.
yes, Commissioner. Can I go from your question and go into it now? I hear what you say, that this and you referred to the 27, the referral, or where we must act within the boundaries of the 27. So this is my explanation for you, that here is an allegation here with regards to General Khumalo, interference with the docket, right? And we go to the station, we pick up the docket. Now, picking up the docket, it's not showing anywhere when you look into it that General Khumalo factually interfered with this docket.
No, that's not even there's no complaint of interference with the docket.
Or covered up the docket.
There is a cover-up in relation to that case, and the substance of it is that monies from Secret Service account were used to pay off the sex worker and to purchase the missing laptop. That's the essence of it. Not that he tampered with the original docket or there's anything in that docket.
No,
so you seem to be missing that, the substance of the complaint, because all these complaints are about crime intelligence and what's referred to IDEC. And what's referred to IDEC is abuses of crime intelligence monies. And one of the cases cited is this one.
Can I
so
respond?
the simple question is, were monies of crime intelligence used to cover up the loss of the laptop and to pay off the sex worker? That's really it.
Commissioner, I hear your question, and I appreciate the question. Thank you. So what I'm saying, Commissioner, and help me to go forward, I hear what you say, I understand what you say. You're also taking it that with the referral, there's an allegation Secret Service funds money was utilized and General Khumalo covered up this thing. So it says here, in connection with a CAS 38. So looking at this CAS, go to the station, I go to see how or what is here in the allegation. Remember, you're talking about abuse of Secret Service funds, and you're talking about General Khumalo covering up a docket. I'm going on the premise that what cover-up is this? What is this? So I call for the docket. I have a look at the docket, and I can't find any way where General Khumalo covered this up yet. When I peruse the document, the docket, I find, but hang on, this docket has been interfered with. Statements have been whatever, etc. So my focus in there, now I asked, Commissioner, because this defeating the ends of justice or this docket doesn't fall within my mandate or of let's call it the Act or the 27, do I leave it and go? No. I looked at the docket, I looked further into it, I investigated it. As I went on with the investigation, I looked at a disciplinary report, and I looked at the disciplinary report in comparison to what we found in the docket, and I found that the disciplinary report was actually the word there is that it was not done properly. So I interviewed. This is followed through with something that I found, which is a crime. I'm following through. Leave the 27, the mandate of IDAC, I found a crime. So I interviewed Major General Pinar, and I asked her certain questions, and she didn't come through with those questions. I asked her, did you see the report from the hospital? Because you said that he was drugged. You're conducting a factual report, which you must respond to General Mosekili regarding this matter, because it's been in the media, and there's been, and now I think there was a letter or something that they had to respond to from IPUSA, I think if it was, if I could remember that, where they are querying this, and they're calling it a cover-up. So looking at that, I could say that General Pinar didn't conduct a proper investigation. So I move on. We're coming to the point.
Let me stop you there. There's no complaint against General Pinar. There's no complaint against investigating officers in that case. The complaint is funds of crime intelligence were used to hide the fact that a laptop is stolen. Because the theft of a laptop, that's the case number in the other case. Not that investigating officers in the original case did something wrong and they must be investigated. And I think that's what you seem to be missing, because you are now investigating Pinar's case and not investigating the referral sent to you. The referral sent to you is limited. It was not an opportunity for you to go fish for other things that Pinar did or did not do right. That's why the original question by Commissioner Baloy was, looking at this docket and only having an A1 that says funds of crime intelligence were used to buy an extra laptop to hide the fact that a laptop has been stolen. If Inspectorate says there's nothing there because I'm not given enough information, you can't criticize him for saying that. Not to say he must go investigate Pinar and check whether Pinar did a good job, because that's not the referral to IDAC.
Commissioner, I'm also finding it hard to relate to your question. And I ask, please, that you hear me through until I get to the point, a point at the end. The first of all, as I said, yes, there's a Section 27 referral. Yes, there's a mandate. So I start this part of it where General Khumalo was involved in a cover-up of a docket or cover-up of Lushaba, or however it is. So for me, that is a starting point. Colonel Philip is the inspectorate. He has this complaint with him, or the docket with him. It's a complaint. How did this allegation that General Khumalo covered up a docket? Go to the station, go for the docket, check what is there. Is there a cover-up? Did you check the docket? Right? I'm just talking about there.
Can I interrupt you? I don't think we're going to get anywhere, because what you seem to be doing is you are adding a new complaint to this complaint, because you are now saying the allegation is the cover-up of a docket. And I've already read to you what the allegation is. It's there on your screen.
Yes.
And because once you say what I was investigating is a cover-up of a docket, then you must go to that docket. But the allegation here has nothing to do with the cover-up of a docket. And I think that's where we're missing each other, because you seem to be talking about something totally different. And just to sake of progress, I'm going to leave it there and allow Advocate Silo to ask the questions she wanted to ask. Because the simple point we were making on this document is that the allegation of abuse of secret funds to cover up the theft and to use those funds to buy equipment and to pay off the sex worker. Those are the allegations, not the tampering with the original docket. And your focus now is on the tampering with the original docket. So for the sake of progress, I think I'm going to leave it there.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Commissioner. But I just want to respond. It's twofold. Lieutenant General Khumalo was involved in the cover-up in Valeria CAS 38 of 8, 2002. What is Valeria CAS 38 of 8, 2002? It's a docket. That's that. Now you're saying it's not, the way I'm understanding you are saying there's nothing to do with covering up of a docket. But I'm reading it from you, it's a docket. The second part of it is monies were used from the Secret Service account to pay a sex worker and new equipment for General Lushaba. That second part of it. So I'm going to restrain myself just to what is here. And when we come to my part of the investigation,